Hey everyone, it's Hannah Schladweiler from Meadow Blossom Goods, and I know it has been a really long time since I did a video, so I'm going to go ahead and get one rolling for you. Just because it's been a while doesn't necessarily mean that we haven't really been doing much. We have a new product out that I want to kind of show you a little bit about because I think it's super cool. So the end product is going to look something like this. It is Mrs. Schladweiler's, that's me, Scouring Ball. And I found this particular recipe in a 1855 cookbook, and I thought it was genius. Okay, so basically what it is, underneath all the wrapping, it looks kind of like this. And it is our very own soft soap that we sell here in the shop, along with Fuller's Earth. Now, I'm sure you guys have all heard that just really good lye soap is really amazing for getting stains out of clothing. And that is very true, which is why I think this product is so exciting, because it takes that and it kind of amps it up a little bit more by adding the Fuller's Earth. And the entire point of these scouring balls is to remove stains, particularly like grease stains and things like that, because that Fuller's Earth is just going to suck up all that oil and pull it out of the clothing. So to show you kind of how this works, I have my daughter's pinafore that she wore. My family owns a steam engine, so she was wearing this pinafore hanging out with Grandpa on the steam engine, and it is full of various different kinds of oil and grease. And probably like some chocolate ice cream and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, and we're going to see if we can get this pinafore all nice and cleaned up again so that Miss E can look all spiffy in her cute little pinafore again. Okay, so the instructions in the cookbook that I found the recipe for recommend that you wet the area a little bit first. So I have my trusty dishpan here. I'm sure you've seen that before in all my videos and stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and wet the whole front of this pinafore because Miss E really did a very good job of making a mess. Which is okay, that's what kids do, right? And if kids were doing it today, I'm sure they were doing it 100 years ago. So, same problem Grandma had to deal with. Now, there are a million things that we could be using to scrub on here, and washboard would obviously be the most obvious choice. And also like a scrub brush or something like that. But what I want to happen through my videos and through my work here is I also want to make it possible for the average person who maybe doesn't have a washboard in the corner or some of these historical tools available to them. And the honest truth is that you are still able to use some of these methods and some of the historical products even if you don't have those tools easily at hand. So I'm just going to use my hands and our little scrubby brush or scrubbing ball here, and we're going to see if we can get some of these nasty stains out, because Lord knows there's a lot of them on here. Basically what you do is you just take the ball and you kind of scrub the areas where there are stains. These balls are a little bit soft because they are made of soft soap, but you are going to get a small little bit of lather. I'm kind of touching over each spot, and I'm going to kind of come back to them a little later as I just kind of let them sit for a bit first. There's some bad ones here in the front. Here's one of the really bad ones. So I love this product because of how super easy it is to use. And obviously it's really efficient too. You kind of just go through, pick out those nasty stains. I wonder if she got any bad ones on the back. So if you use this on areas that are kind of dry, it kind of crumbles apart a little bit. So that's why we always want to wet the area first. Just kind of makes it glide over a little better. And we're definitely making progress on these. Now what I'm going to do is just kind of rub it between my fingers. Sometimes I can kind of scrape on them a little bit too. Or I rub it together like this. That's kind of my cheater method. You don't want to use anything too abrasive on the fabric because obviously it'll damage the fabric in the long run. So we don't want to do that. Oh, this has a little bit of a snag in it. You see that one of the worst stains was right here. Oh man, that pulled it like right out. Beautiful. See, in this garment too, I want to be careful with because this was made by my mom, entirely sewn by hand too. So I want to be a little bit gentler around all these pin tucks and stuff at the top because I don't want to pull them apart. That would not be good. But I do want to bring it back to that nice kind of crisp look so that she can wear it again without it looking too dingy. Once you kind of get the stains, a little bit of a handle on the stains, go ahead and get it wet again. I'm using kind of lukewarm water. What always fascinates me the most about kind of hand washing just in general is how dirty the water gets. Even when you're doing something as small as, like, you know, a kid's pinafore or something like that, this water always kind of comes out really gross. Which is good because it means that that dirt is no longer in your fabric, which is where you don't want it. Ooh, we got nice little bubbles on there too. I do love how these scouring balls, they're kind of smooth, yet they have some suds to them still. Give them a squeeze. You guys see how dirty this water is? It's really gross. All that little bit of scrubbing and just look how disgusting that water is. So obviously our scouring balls are really taking a lot of the grime out of something as simple as this little kid's pinafore. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this water and then I'm going to get us some clean rinse water. And we'll rinse it again. I think I'm going to do one more rinse just to make sure I have all the soap out of it because I am still squeezing a lot of bubbles. And this water is dirty too, so we're definitely... The water I'm using is just kind of lukewarm. That kind of helps melt some of the grease out as well, which is always a good thing. So, little recap here. We have this really awesome new product. Oh, I got my label all wet here. This is our scouring ball. It comes out of an 1855 recipe book, and it is made from Fuller's Earth and our very own Meadow Blossom Goods soft soap. And the purpose of this is kind of a stain remover. I like to joke that this is like the Tide stick of the 19th century. I guess it's a little more complicated than a Tide stick, but it kind of has the same role. It's kind of that little handy thing that you can use to attack kind of any stain. I have them kind of wrapped in calico neatly here. No two of these are probably going to be alike because I'm using all my scraps to package them. So with a cute little label attached. Underneath all the wrapping, they look like this. So very handy little thing. Our end product here looks like this. Doesn't that look a lot nicer than our starting product we had with this pinafore? We pulled a lot of dirt out of it. We pulled out most of the stains out of it. There's still a couple down by the hem. But I'm sure if I worked on those a little bit more than my couple minutes here, I could probably very easily get them out. But it's easy, super easy. 1, 2, 3, bam, you're done. So check us out on Facebook, Instagram, obviously on our YouTube channel here. And we also have the shop where you can purchase all of these really awesome historical laundry products, which is www.meadowblossomgoods.etsy.com. So stop in, see what we've got, what will work for you, whether it's a historical interpretation or whether you're just looking for some really fun and unique products for your home. And we look forward to meeting you, chatting with you when we're out at events and that sort of thing. You guys have a great day. It's a beautiful one. Thanks.